All right, everybody, it is October 8th. It's been kind of a hectic first week of the season, trying to get our house sold, trying to find a place to move, all that fun stuff. So life has just been a little bit different this fall, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to it. Anyway, enough rambling there. I am going to a completely different area. I've done some gun hunting up here, never bow hunted up here. Eli's actually meeting me there. We've got a day and a half, 2 days. We're gonna try to kill a deer. We're gonna try to go figure something out on some new ground and see if we can at least be in the ball game in a very limited amount of time. So that's our plan. Onward, let's get up there. We got, we'll say 2 days.
Been getting into some EDM lately. Yeah, what's happening? So John is tied up right now and he sent me a pin. Try to get a good view, basically. Do a little camping, and yeah, we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. I mean, we got tonight to scout, and then 2 days to try to kill one.
All right, we're here. We're here.
We'll see what we can see. There's a deer down there. It looks like this is a spike hanging out down here. Well, John, I got some bad news for you. Not that you can't shoot that deer, but I don't think we want that deer, so just that one spike, dude. He's got the whole freaking field to himself.
All right, it's pretty dark. Walking out now, I basically just followed this trail back. Not really positive what our move is for the morning. Grab something to eat and then we'll go get camp situated. So, I mean, I'm sure there's deer on this field.
Going through here somewhere.
So, Eli and I split up tonight and he watched over a big thing of CRP and then I worked through another piece. This is the hard thing, right? We're coming at this video with like 2 days to hunt, so I'm really struggling. What can we get into and see the most and make a move? In the morning, if we go in there and crazy things happen, we're not going to be in a position to shoot one. So really what we would be doing is trying to see deer come back into this thicket, CRP stuff. Knowing what I know about timber and pinches and, you know, oaks and how deer kind of move makes me want to just like go in blind and sit something where I feel like a deer could just come through. But it's October, so that's also tough. I've got the quarter in case I'm really struggling. My thought is it makes the most sense for us to potentially burn the morning sit. If we sit there and we don't see anything, I think that's when we're going to probably just beat feet, scout sign. I'm going to flip the quarter just to see if the universe has different plans for us. Heads will be our plan. It's just an observation, sit. Tails will be picking a spot on the map. I don't know if I'm going to listen to the quarter. We're going to do it anyway. What do you think it's going to be?
I'm a tails guy.
It's heads.
Okay. All right.
The universe has spoken. 2 days to kill a deer.
Easy. Lightweight.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even kill a deer all season. And I was like, oh, let's go try 2 days. It's about 9 o'clock. We finally got in. How's your morning pull-up session? It was pretty good. I really liked it, actually. It was something a little different. Eli and I seem to have this like bad luck charm that we see these trees, they look fine, and you walk up to them and they've got like 7 trunks coming together and they're the size of a school bus. Luckily this one had some limbs we were able to pull ourselves up, but basically the thought process here, and I don't know if it's the right one or not, is we've got ag to our north. We were hoping to see deer coming back through these There's some low spots. Working back into here to bed. There's a bunch of like pockets of these poplars. You know, it's decent habitat, so I think we're probably gonna give it probably at least an hour here. And if we don't see anything, we might do a quick bombardment through some of this just to see what's going on. There's our set. Probably should have wished that quarter flipped on tails.
I said tails, John.
Let's beat some feet and see some stuff, I suppose. Way smoother than you.
Oh, it hurt my hands though.
I got to that one right there, and I thought I was closer to the ground. I still had like 3 more feet to go. I just right back.
One of them shed his velvet right there. It's all rubbed up down in here too. I was trying to hold significant deer glow right there. I was trying to hold it in. All right, it's 10:30. We just did a little long walk through this area, and I'm glad we did because it kind of is pushing us away from hunting here this evening. Definitely deer were in here in the summer. Like I'm standing right here. Every single willow that we found has rubs and beds under, especially along these little drains and some cattails. There's probably bucks in here that were using this as a summer area, shed velvet, and moved off. One of the things this year, and I've said it a bunch, is it's super dry. We're gonna go, I've got a couple areas pinned on HuntStand that are more swampy, more low-lying, that we're gonna go check out, try to confirm what we got going on, if those deer are down low, and then maybe use that knowledge either to hunt that spot or take it into another similar spot. So that's kind of the goal right now. But let's get back to the truck and come up with a game plan. How many ticks are on it after that?
All of them, every tick.
Oh, ow! You're in my little vent holes. Now I sat down, now they're poking me in the spots I don't like to be poked.
We're hunting deer that don't even exist.
Oh, the phantom deer. Like I kind of want to come in this way.
It looks like
Because we could hunt the edge of this with the
they might have
northeast.
to cross somewhere
Yeah.
here too, because this looks like a decent amount of water.
Let's go catch a deer.
I don't know. Hard saying. I don't know how crazy I want to get. I think if we stick right to this edge, it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, this is like a significant trail. It looks like there's like a little pocket up there that they probably are coming out of.
I was just standing here waiting for John to come back. There, and I look up. There's like a little 5-pointer or something. He's walking right at me. I could have shot him at like 5-10 yards. And then there's a doe that snuck up behind me. So there's some deer in here.
Where did they come from? How big?
Like a 5-pointer maybe, like little.
Yeah, baby.
There's a lot of deer down
See that one pine bough right under that there. So basically where you can see it kind of open up, it turns into like straight cattail swamp. And you can see all the green up there. There's all oaks, acorns. With the south, we can get right on this side of it and blow right back, like right into here.
Yeah.
And it would be money. Let's get out of here though before more deer walk up on us and they shoot one. Then we won't have to think about anything. Could you have shot that doe?
If I saw
Was
her
she
before
over-
she
she was
saw
over
me,
here?
yeah, she was right there.
I accidentally left the pull tab open on the water jug in the truck. Truck drank all the water.
Telling the people what you messed up?
Yeah. Truck got thirsty. That's all there is to it.
I'm thirsty. Need a salty chicken sandwich and french fries. I got nothing to wash it down with. Unforgivable. Frickin' freeloaders. You just get into areas where you shouldn't feel little prickles. In your perineum.
In your what?
Perineum.
Where's that at?
That's your taint.
Oh.
Scientific word for taint. Alright, it's about 3:20. Ran and grabbed something to eat. Some extra batteries. Had to grab water because Eli emptied out 1.5 gallons of it in my truck. We're coming back in. Kind of our method here is we poked around a little bit earlier, but nothing super intrusive. But we never really like dove in to find like buck sign or anything like that. If there's one thing that was lacking, it was buck sign, but we also really weren't like in a spot to see buck sign. It was just, you know, a swamp. And then I found a really good crossing that I think will be good for tomorrow, but there's a pile of deer sign in general. We're gonna slide in. This is basically like a buffer strip. There's some pines and some oaks. Work our way through there slow. Look to see if we can find a, you know, super fresh buck sign. If not, we're gonna just keep working into the swamp. Potentially try to hunt like on the edge of that in a like transition where those deer are coming and going up and feeding into the oaks. So yeah, that's the plan right now. We got tonight and tomorrow morning to see if we can make something happen. We just kind of creep in. We got plenty of time and try to find something to sit on tonight. Let's go up this toothpick. We're basically just east of that marsh that we were set up or scouting. We came in and worked through that other little chunk where there was just a little pocket of oaks, but we just didn't feel confident with the wind in there. It's not a good spot if you can't get deer within range, you know. So we've got this swamp, marshy. I'm sure you can hear the geese, and it goes a long ways, and it's been really dry. So it's really a lot more bedding out there than probably on normal years when it's, you know, super wet. This is just a little tiny corner off of this with a pocket of oaks, and then it goes up into pines, and there's more hardwoods on top. We got water, bedding, little pocket of oaks, and thick, like it's thick in here. The doe comes in, gives me a good shot, not gonna hesitate, and looking for a semi-decent buck. Stay tuned to see what we say. It might be nothing. It can't be a squirrel. Hopefully it's sick and it can't smell. I mean, that would play in our favor. Probably got COVID. Can't smell. Perfect. It's like sneezing, coughing. I can sneeze and then cough. Eli, buck right here, buck right here. See him? He's like still got me. I'm still like jacked up.
You gave it to him and he wanted
Twice. Cool, dude. That was fun. Got me like, yeah. Fall.
Dude, I wanted you to kill him.
That's when you say, when I say, should I shoot him? You go, absolutely. Another deer right here. It's a really little one.
No, it is a spike. It's a unicorn.
Is it under 3 inches? I was hoping they'd keep getting bigger as they came, not smaller. He's eating acorns down in there. Right here. It's another small buck. I can't see him yet. We've got about 10 minutes left. Just gonna do a quick little summary here before we get too dark. So 3 bucks. Awesome sit. You got ducks and geese going off, deer coming in. Fall's here, feels awesome. Could have shot that one nice buck. Set beautiful deer. Nothing wrong with them at all. I'm sure, I would have been happy if I shot him, but we got a long season ahead of us yet. Beautiful night. October cold front. 3 bucks. Was kind of hoping for a doe, honestly, but I'll never complain about seeing some bucks. Also goes to show there's not a lot of sign in here, not a lot of buck sign, but it just makes sense when you look at it and how everything kind of works right in this little system. We know it's a dry year, so we start to, focus where, I thought we would have seen deer this morning into areas that have water, more moisture, and pair that with some, good bedding and a little oak pocket. Catch you back at camp, where I don't know if we're going to be able to make any food because we have nothing to make it with, and apparently there's a burn ban. So, we might be eating some ground beef sashimi.
What we got going on?
Service emission system. See owner's manual now. I've never seen that one. It's gotta be something stupid. This is what you send to your friendly diesel mechanic friend. I'm going double on buffalo chicken. I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm gonna eat this and go to bed. See you in the morning. You got anything to add, Elite? Eli needs a nickname too, so you guys should help us find one for him. It's a cold south wind.
It is a cold south wind. I got your little vest on here. Do you have any concerns about the gray not being camo?
Right?
Yeah, because it's gray.
It's great. It's like spursy green.
You sure?
You colorblind?
One of us is colorblind.
You.
I would call it more gray than green.
It's great. That's it. think that's money right there. Just broke shooting light. We're maybe 5 minutes later than we should have been. We unfortunately bumped something in this swamp getting in here. It's only our part with this in the morning is kind of an access, but we don't really have much to lose. We've got a big bedding swamp off to our south, big swamp off to our north. We were running right across here yesterday. There's a crazy crossing that I found yesterday right in front of me at 18 yards. So will we see anything? I don't know. Does it feel and look nice? Absolutely. I'm gonna enjoy the last morning sit of this little hiatus 2-day trip here. Hopefully we can end it with some meat in the freezer via nice buck or via doe. Coming like this. Go this way. Just kind of feeding down. There's another one. Here comes a big one. Same trail as the second one. All of a sudden, my hand was falling asleep, and I couldn't grip my bow, so I had to kind of pick up to get blood flow back into my hand, and that's when he kind of spooked. But it was literally like I was gonna drop my bow. You know, like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't move your arm, and then you pick it up, and then it hits you in the face. That was my hand. It just all of a sudden my fingers are just going like this. Yuka gives this one a 27 out of 100. Alright. Buying a harness cookie. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna go over just a quick synopsis of this just real quick little trip that Eli and I did. We're standing right below the tree we hunted this morning. We just made a mock scrape in this little drain low spot with a bunch of crossings in it, and just threw up a stealth because we might come back and hunt here in the rut. Seems like a really good rutty area. I guess the first thing I want to talk about, one of the big reasons we wanted to do this video, is I feel like sometimes you have an option to go somewhere, and I'm not saying you have to go far, or maybe you want to go far, but you only have a couple days And I've been there before where you kind of talk yourself out of going and trying it. And we wanted to kind of just showcase like, hey, you could go somewhere and only have 2 days and potentially, you know, have a great hunt like we did, or even kill a deer, kill a really nice buck. Sometimes it doesn't take what you see of, you know, having that entire week. Obviously that's nice, but it's not reality for a lot of people, and that's one of the big things that we want to try to do is, you know, relate to people, and the people that only get a couple days to hunt a week, or maybe 2 or 3 days. Maybe you get off Friday, you can get out there, hunt Saturday, Sunday, you got to come home. That's basically what we just did. When you're in that situation, there's a few different keys. One is not to get stuck to a spot. Obviously you saw us with our mindset of looking at a map where we thought we'd be able to see deer movement and like get on something really fast. And we gave that a little bit of time, the due diligence of the time, but it wasn't extended. A lot of these little trips, you have to be very efficient. So as soon as we didn't see deer where we thought we were gonna see deer, we confirmed that by doing a quick little walkthrough and then bailed out. What we did after that was kind of thought about a little bit more in depth. It's been a dry year, you know, where's good habitat? When these dry years and you have these swamps that are usually flooded out or something like that, and they're not flooded, it creates a lot more habitat for deer. Okay, let's try to focus on water, whether that's a swamp, whether it's a creek system or something. Specifically this year, deer seem to be flocked towards water because it's been so dry. They're not getting the moisture from the forages and the browse and stuff like that just because everything's dried out. We took that knowledge with the mindset of let's go scout something like that. Either we're gonna scout it, we're gonna make sense of it, and it's gonna showcase like, hey, yes, what we're thinking is correct, and hunt it, or we can go scout it. Maybe we go hard in there and we feel like we maybe, you know, impact it too much that it's not, you know, probably worth hunting. Then we can take that knowledge and put it towards something else that's similar. Let's go to our maps and kind of figure out where we think a buck would be, where we think deer would be moving. Obviously we have this water that we're able to see the sign coming to the water, but that might not necessarily be where we want to hunt. There's, you know, a big creek system that goes to a big swamp, so they can pretty much drink throughout this entire creek system. So we took that knowledge, looked at what's around. All right, we got a lot of pine stands, we got a lot of maple stands, hickory stands. Where are the oaks near the swamp? And we located 2 little pockets of oaks that back up to the bedding. Pretty textbooky type stuff, but if we just went through and just, you know, beat feet through it, after we started to find the sign that showed us there was actually deer here, I don't know that we would have seen the deer that we saw in our limited sits. We had a morning, which we used as an observation. We came in last night, had an awesome sit, saw 3 bucks, could have shot that. I thought maybe it was a 3-year-old. I'm pretty sure looking at the footage, it was probably a 2.5-year-old buck, but nonetheless, a beautiful buck. Came in this morning, switched things up with the wind. Similar situation, we're standing in a little pocket of oaks in between 2 bedding areas. We had a doe and 2 fawns come in, just couldn't pull off a shot on the doe. I guess the moral of the story and kind of putting it all together is go out and hunt and don't feel like it's easy to get caught into your routine and what you normally do or your normal spots. My normal spots, they ain't producing anything this year. So I wanted to go, you know, try something different. What I did was I learned, and we may have found a really good rut spot for November or years, you know, coming forward just in these 2 days. And if we wanted to, we could have shot a decent buck. So that's our quick breakdown of a quick, you know, 2-day little hiatus hunt. It was a blast. We might be back here, not sure, but hopefully you guys could relate to this one, and hopefully you're out hunting, having some luck. And we appreciate you guys. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Be sure to stay tuned. We got plenty more coming.